Welcome back to Team Fat Kid Choose the Fat. I am Jason.
This is Alex.
This is Dennis.
This is Dooley.
Dooley's back! Yay! It's been like a fucking month, it feels like.
Almost.
So, we got a lot to talk about. Dooley, how the fuck is the new job?
Oh, fucking fantastic. Everyone there is very friendly, knowledgeable on their jobs and everything like that. My supervisor is... He's been putting in some fucking work. Until I started, he didn't have a day off for, I think it was 4 months.
Fuck that.
Almost every single week he was working 110 hours.
Fuck that.
That's a lot of overtime.
And they're
He's probably salary.
too.
Yeah.
No,
No, he's not?
Nope.
Oh, okay, then maybe.
I'll do it.
Maybe that. Don't ask me for shit, though.
But, so obviously the Texas vacation was eventful. Sucks to, go to work on your last day at the previous job and then 1 o'clock.
Leave afterwards? Yeah, we fucking told you.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we definitely spoke of this.
There was no question of this is a dumb idea.
I know, because I've done it.
Yes.
I do that every Thanksgiving. Shit.
But so, on the drive there, as I stated earlier, you should never stop in Atlanta. I was in Atlanta for maybe 10 minutes just to get gas, and we're at this left turn signal. It's red, and there's a dude walking across the street, very chipper walking, just happy as can be, because he's a crackhead. And so he looks at me and Corey as we're at the stoplight, and we're both smoking a cigarette. And he gives the notion of like, hey, can I get a cigarette?
Yep.
And then he starts coming over to the car, and he can't see my hand, but I'm just leaning back, and I'm like, I'm gonna just lock that real quick. And Corey saw me, he's like, oh yeah, we're rolling the windows up, we're locking the door. And he came right up to my window and just, cigarette! I'm like, can this light please turn fucking green? Just fucking turn green.
At that point, I don't give a fuck what color this shit is. We're going.
Right? There ain't no traffic coming. Fuck it. I'll take the damn ticket.
That was a shitty thing. Like, there was still
Cop
traffic.
pulls you over. Why'd you pull over? Did you not see the crackhead banging on my fucking window? There's times to go, bro.
And then, like, I was like, okay. I feel like the little pocket hole on my door, and I'm like, all right, I got my knife right there. That's cool. Because I was like, if he starts trying to open up that fucking back door, shit's gonna happen, bro.
You have power door locks, dude. Just hit lock. It locks all four.
I told him. Like, I was like, lock the shit. Because we also had TVs in the back, so I could probably see him being like, oh, I could probably sell that shit for a rock. Look at that shit. But, right when the light turned
Dooley's
green.
the only motherfucker I know that goes on vacation and brings TVs, plural.
Yeah.
We have TVs. Like, you look like you just robbed some fucking body, and the crackhead is trying to get a cigarette from you. The crackhead might have got scared if he looked in the back like, these bitches got TVs. They are not in boxes. They were not just purchased at the Best Buy.
Hey, TVs with a cooler and some blankets. I mean, we look like we're on a road trip, okay? Like, just,
Nobody takes TVs on a road trip.
well, because
I'll give you the blanket and cooler.
Yeah. I can see.
oh,
But not
we,
two
You need your road soda.
It might have hops in it, but you never know.
oh, and I totally forgot about the whole.
That's road tea, sir.
There you go.
I totally forgot about the whole drive-through liquor store type of shit
Oh, yeah.
down south. Because we stopped to get gas, and I think it was
Atlanta.
No, this is now in, I think, like, just hitting Mississippi. And, no, actually, it was going into Texas, so we were in New Orleans, in Louisiana. And
Some sketchy fucking places there, too.
Yes.
and this place wasn't any elegant-looking place to go fucking shop at. So we're getting our fucking drinks, getting gas and everything like that, and I look at the board. What?
Did they have the beer for sale by the gallon?
I did not see that. At least at this specific one.
Okay.
But I did see a lot of the Jim Beam and Coke cans and all that other shit and everything. I was like, I'm going to buy that one. And I'm going to buy this one. What's up, buddy? I'm going to buy this one, too. And then this lady's just sitting at the fucking drive-thru thing. And the cashier, she's like, 1 second. Goes over there, hands this lady like 7 fucking bottles of fucking liquor. I'm like, How much does that cost?
So, question for you:
Huh?
did you meet any dry towns in Texas?
No.
You didn't come across any?
Mm-mm.
Surprising.
Surprisingly enough, they have those in Louisiana too.
I didn't go through any of them fuckers, but
I've literally pulled up to a gas station in Texas to buy beer, and the guy was like, "No, you got to go like 10 miles down the road." Like, told me where to go. He had full-on directions, but
like for real, like leaving Fort Polk, if you take a fucking right, you go to Leesville. If you take a left, you go to DeRitter, and DeRitter is dry. So no one goes left.
it's not even like no alcohol on Sundays. It's just like
They don't sell alcohol.
there's no alcohol.
I went to a Mexican restaurant. There were no margaritas.
Fuck that.
I don't know who would want to live in those places. That just sounds horrible.
No, bootlegging is a thing. There,
Yes.
you go to Jimmy Joe's house and get your liquor out of his fucking basement. Like,
How much does your cost? About
Or
$5
drive
bucks.
12 minutes down the road, but
I will
not on
say,
Sunday.
I will say Mississippi was probably the nicest looking, like driving through.
Very green.
Yeah. Very, very fucking.
I mean, all you experienced was interstate, which, let's be fair,
Yeah, you get off the interstate in Mississippi.
that is why I
Yeah.
hate Atlanta, because the interstate is just horrible in Atlanta. But
Your banjos.
like, you only really got to see part of
Atlanta,
states.
it's like just like that Dave Chappelle shake. Gotcha, bitch. Like, you might get robbed. You might lose your car. Who knows? Like, but Texas. So we were in Texas State University, college town area, and I was like, "Hey, I'm going to get a store to buy beer. Like, you want to go with me?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." And I start pulling out my wallet to give her my ID and everything. She's like, do you know where you are? I'm like, "No, ma'am, I'm from Virginia." She's like,
Oh, bless your heart.
oh, no. She actually said that. She's like, "Oh, bless your heart." And she was like, "This is a college town, baby. You don't need an ID over here." I'm like, "Oh, shit, word." I'm by that and that and that.
I am 21, but
Which
fuck
is
it.
funny, but yeah, once she said that, and you're like, well, I'm going to get everything now. It makes you sound like you're 19. Like,
Yeah.
Well, then guess
oh,
what?
I don't
She
need my ID? Let me buy the store.
You mean you don't need to see my fake ID? It's still warm?
Just came out of the laminator about 5 minutes ago.
But also in Texas, went to Bunker Branding. It was only about 45 minutes away from where
How
we were
was
staying
that?
at in San Marcos. Unfortunately, could not meet Matt or his wife Mare. But
Kind of figured that one.
Yeah, I mean, I even asked the dude that was sitting at the desk. I was like, "So is he here?" He was like, "No, he's doing." You know, I was like, "Yeah, he's doing shit probably, right?"
Is he blowing up more butter? Where's that happening? Because I want to go blow up butter too.
I asked him, I was like, "Is he shooting mattresses today or some steel shit?" He's like, "Honestly, he could be doing that right now. I really don't know."
Honestly, he's in the Bahamas.
Yeah, right.
He'll be back Thursday.
Yeah, he's in Cancun or something. But
He might have found something to shot, but it has nothing to do with what's going on.
He's riding a hurricane. He'll be back when that bitch hits land.
But I was wearing the original T-Fat Kid shirt, big ass pig on the back and everything like that. And before I started talking to the dude, I saw him staring at me a lot. Because, I mean, no one's just going to wear that shirt.
Your size.
Yeah, my size. So, once I talked to him,
It's not just clever.
once I talked to him, he was like, "So what's with the shirt?" I'm like, "Oh, well, glad you asked." Pulled out 6 cards and told him, everything about, T-Fat Kid and stuff like that. And then their sales manager came out. She wanted to know about everything. She's like, "Where are y'all located? Like, around here?" I'm like, "No, actually, Virginia." She's like, "You drove all the way here just to go to Bunker Branding?" I was like, I came to meet him, but, I mean, yeah, that too. So,
I mean, I had to make the stop on the way.
but
I mean,
yes, I talked to the sales lady, and
Sorry about the hiss. We got Nugget washing the food truck right now.
but I was like, yeah, once you see, Matt and Mayor and everyone else like that, just give them a card. If they ever decide to come down to Virginia Beach area or something like that, just look us up. And the sales lady was like, on my next vacation, I might just go to Virginia Beach, like, to try this shit. Like, I passed out so many fucking cards in Texas. I was like,
Yeah, in Texas. Good job.
I mean, I passed out a shitload over here too, but
Man, we got fans in France. I don't give a fuck where they come from.
I mean, you know, maybe they'll buy a T-shirt.
but yeah. So I mean, went to Bucket Brownie and everything like that. The drive back was fucking easy as fuck.
I always find the drive back sucks more than the drive there because you're stoked going somewhere.
Yeah.
On the way back,
You're
it's
dreading
like,
coming home.
Fuck, I just want to be home.
Ah,
Yeah.
let's see.
Yeah.
When did you leave for the drive back?
From Texas, I left at 6 p.m. So by
Better
the time,
than 1 a.m.
yeah. So by the time like we're like hitting actual interstate shit, there's like 6 cars.
Oh, I didn't care
Like,
about
there's
cars.
like-
I just meant you had not literally worked an entire day and then decided to drive
Let's
20
be
hours
honest.
to
The
Texas.
reason why Dooley left at 6 p.m. is because that's when he woke up.
Up. Exactly.
No,
4?
I woke up at noon
5.
and then went back to sleep.
Woke up at 5.
But I was able to try Moon Rock.
shit, I gotta be
while I was
working
there.
You're what?
Able to try Moon Rock while I was there.
You're gonna have to explain.
I was going to say Chase. And,
How fucked up did you get?
huh?
How fucked up did you get off a hit?
Oh, I was higher than Giraffe Pussy on that. But so it's
Did y'all like smoke a J? Peace?
it was about fucking maybe an eighth of weed coated in dab wax and then coated in keef on top of that.
That sounds dumb.
I mean, I'll
Yeah,
show
that
you the
sounds
fucking.
stupid.
I like how he didn't answer your question.
Yeah, no, right?
Well,
I mean,
it was.
then
I'm
again, I
assuming
can't-
it was a joint since it was rolled and shit.
Well, I mean,
Oh yeah. It was
if it, I didn't know it was rolled, but
Well, he said it was dipped and then.
That's just what's coated on the weed.
yeah,
oh.
you can roll it into like an actual rock, put that in a bowl or a bong, light that shit, and just let it fucking flow.
And then you're banging on Dooley's window in the middle of the fucking street looking for a cigarette, and you're like, why has he got TVs in his backseat?
Joint.
Yeah.
See, what?
And surprisingly enough, that shit hits fucking smooth as fuck.
Yeah.
But you're just
High
sitting
as
there.
gas.
Really surprised y'all didn't wrap a snake, a wax snake around the J,
I don't know. It just
and then
came,
coat that with keep as well.
It just came out of that little fucking thing.
Right,
so.
right.
I feel like you're making like brownies right now,
so,
Chase.
So
Like,
it was actually a like an actual like pre-made like bot thing.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, it was in a
Chase
tube.
is like getting into presentation and shit. Like you should have like coated it with a snake and sprinkled it with keef. Like I feel like it's like you need the chocolate syrup and the powdered sugar and like,
for sure,
you gotta make it look good. Like,
Get your drizzles nice and close.
Yep.
we need to get
Thin
some.
lines,
We need to
thin
get some
lines.
gold leaf.
Perfection
some
Perry.
gold leaf like aluminum foil. Just
Perfection
like,
Perry.
You know.
I like it.
You gotta present it well.
We're gonna use that.
Present it on a plate,
Perfection
sprinkle some
Perry, I like
oregano
it.
around it, and everything. Like,
No shit, like doing that is actually really awesome.
Can we call it down to the penny perfection Perry?
No.
That's just too long.
Yeah.
Oh,
Too long.
come on.
Perfection Perry is like sealed.
It
It,
is.
used to be Pearl Perry,
But it's
like my
not
joint rolling
sealed.
skills, but
It's sealed and then it's drizzled and then it's and you gotta dust it. And, yeah.
but the one thing that I saw that I wish was around here. Because
Wait.
there's
Can
more.
Can we use marijuana powder for the dusting?
Sure can.
All right. All right. Chase agrees to the marijuana powder.
We finally got him to agree.
I don't know why.
I feel like if I don't
I was
agree
so
at one
intrigued
point,
by
it's just
the
gonna
shit.
keep going.
Oh, it's gonna be-
one day it's gonna be in a cup here. He's like, here you go.
Are those empty?
No, that's
Smell this.
water.
Add some water
It's
to
in a
it.
40-ounce
Make some
spot.
tea.
Like on the back of it, it says, it literally was like, we know the math is hard on drinking your daily dose of water and everything every day. So here's a 40 ounce of water. Drink 2 of these. And there's your daily dose. Like we take the math out of it. But also,
There's still math. You have to drink 2.
yeah, 2 + 2 = fish, bro. But since you're from Texas,
Sure.
well, you said
Family, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So you know about Buc-ee's.
Oh, yes. I know Buc-ee's.
Nope.
It's a big
Oh.
ass convenience store. It's got a restaurant and everything. in it.
They have
everything.
60 fucking gas pumps.
Damn.
60.
It's a truck
And
stop.
then
Oh,
inside.
okay.
It's a truck stop. That's why. Yeah.
It's
They got the showers
It's
and all
a
that
truck
shit.
stop, but they don't allow trucks there. At least the one I went to.
I haven't driven to Texas in fucking years. Let me tell you that.
I've never
I figured
been.
out flying is the way to go a long time ago.
I am with you on the flying fucking part.
Yeah, next time I go,
It's still like a 2.5, 3 hour trip to get where I'm going, but flying into Dallas and
Yeah.
then driving is way better than
which
the
I'll
24 hour
definitely be
fucking
doing
drive.
that next time. But
I mean, look, you've only been on a plane like 3 times. It's fair.
4.
Yeah. All right. It was all in the same trip.
I've actually
Yeah.
only been on private planes.
All right, bougie motherfucker.
Right?
I had an Air Force pilot across the street from my house. when I
Perfection
grew up.
Perry over here.
Yeah, I know,
Only
right?
flies
Perfection
private.
But so, like,
I mean, they weren't classy planes. That's Spike.
but they
really
were
are.
private.
I mean, just saying private planes makes everybody think of like a
Lear
Learjet.
Learjet.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
no,
I know you're,
I'm
you're
thinking
talking
like-
like a 2-prop Cessna.
No, like a 4-person fucking single prop.
Oh,
Single
so-
prop. All right. Yeah, even, I mean,
The thing that won't even make the news if it crashes.
depends where.
Yeah, it depends on where it crashes. Another Cessna did a cartwheel in the field in Texas. No one gives a shit. He was probably dusting crops.
But
He was probably dusting his joint with fucking marijuana weed.
It's probably like, yeah, Bud Johnson crashed his plane in the field again. Unfortunately, he survived.
He walked away. He walked away one more time. Dude's got more lives than Evil Knievel.
He didn't even have a chute.
but
Sheriff Jay did not even bother to breathalyze him. He just said, God damn it.
You did it again.
It's gotta get expensive.
God damn it, Johnson. How many planes are you going to wreck?
What's your insurance running these days?
so at Buc-ee's, they sell a variety of shit, homemade jerky, homemade fudge, homemade fucking everything, and like 70 different fucking sodas that you want.
Did you bring us this treat?
I really
brought
hope.
us a treat?
I really hope it's not fudge in there.
No, fuck no.
Okay, I was gonna say 'cause it's
I
probably
ate all
melted.
that shit
That's in
after
his
I smoked the
pocket.
moon rock.
He's saying all that shit that's about the moon rock.
I was destroying that fucking fudge. But so first, that shit. It's just like just a rub that I found.
Texas Roundup barbecue rub. It's got. Actually, I've seen this label before. It's got the little chipmunk on it. I'm assuming that's a chipmunk. It's
Yeah, it's
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's,
Oh,
yeah.
now I know what the fuck you're talking about. I've
Yeah.
seen the logo.
Next one,
That's actually pretty sweet.
General's hot sauce.
Well, you
Pretty
got
fucking
you got to love the bottling.
Yeah, so
That-
it's
that was-
bottled in a glass hand grenade.
That was the main
With
reason why I bought it.
with the pullpin.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the plastic
dog
top.
It's a dog tag.
Yeah. Nice touch. Nice touch.
86% peppers in every bottle.
I don't know what the other
14% is
would be.
probably
But-
vinegar.
Vinegar.
Yeah, vinegar.
Vinegar's a good place to start. Yeah, vinegar, salt, and garlic.
What else you
And
got?
the last thing,
Better known, by the way. Damn, dude, that is loud. Stop slamming shit on the
my
table.
bad, I can't hear shit.
Carolina Reaper salsa.
It definitely smells.
Dooley's already been in this.
Yep.
Yeah. It,
Check the safety top. Dooley's been into the Reaper salsa.
it's fucking hot.
No.
Well, then in a little bit, we'll grab some chips and make a snack.
Well, anything else on your adventure?
I spent $70 at Buc-ee's.
Evidently on hot sauces and powders.
And
And
fudge.
fudge.
And,
And
fudge,
jerky.
and sandwiches.
I guarantee you
and
50 of that
jerky
was like
and
fudge.
Other stuff.
I'm assuming we're not including gas in that $70.
No, I didn't buy gas from there, but
He's like, I did not purchase
The
that
60
gasoline.
gas pumps were not enough for me to get
They were all
gasoline.
taken.
actually for the most part, there was like maybe 2 or 3 that were empty. I was like, Jesus fuck, dude. There was like 8 Buc-ee's just driving into Texas.
Yeah, and they're like 200 feet down that way. Now you got to come out of where you're like your line. Now you got to go all the way back around. You're like, nah, fuck all that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not getting back into this
Like
spot.
the billboards, it's like when you're going like north, like south of the border. It's like Buc-ee's in 2 miles, Buc-ee's in 1.9 miles, Buc-ee's in 1.8 miles.
They said how how many miles away it is, but then also
As you're
said, like,
pulling up to Buc-ee's, next Buc-ee 8 miles.
on top of it, it would have like the miles till the next Buc-ee's, and then it would be like get our jerky. Oh, this like I always had
So
to fucking
I
say-
was making a joke, but it literally is like
Literally.
south of the border.
yeah.
Enjoy Buc-ee's jerky.
So, Dennis, how was your week?
Jabs is
Last week was interesting. Like, I know with y'all because you worked in food service and everything. You worked like as
No.
bartender.
Nope.
Yeah, shut up.
We
No, like,
work with
like okay.
patience.
The reason we says, for example, like whenever you worked on the bar, like
Okay.
and you're waiting on a customer. You got 2 other customers that are next, and then you need that one person that wants to come up and cut in front of everybody. They're the most.
Karen?
Yeah. So Karen is a good point for it. We had a lady come in the other day.
Me too, Dooley.
And
Sensuous.
how should I say this? I'm waiting on a customer. The other guy's waiting on a customer. We got 2 more people that are waiting to be served. And then we get this one chick comes in. Like, we can't stand her coming in, especially on the weekends.
Oh, so you know her. She's
Oh, yeah,
a regular.
she's a regular. But at the same time, nobody likes her because, like, for one, she barely speaks a word of English. You can't understand her. Her accent's so damn thick. And then...
So she's a foreign Karen.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But at the same time, she likes to get her...
Karen.
Karan. No, I'm good. Like, we try to be nice and everything. Like, hey, you know, she literally comes up. She's like, I want this, and cut them like you usually do. And I'm like, okay, I'm finishing this customer, and then I got these 2 other customers, and he's waiting on one, and we still got 2 more. You just gotta wait your turn. I'll get you. Don't worry, not a problem. You know,
I'll
it's
get
like,
you.
But
You're
I'm in a
in,
hurry.
you're in the store before 6. The door is not locked. I'll take care of you.
I'll take care of you. Well, especially because, like, how should I say it? Like, because she gets the St. Louis style ribs and everything. She used to get baby backs, but since baby backs are so damn expensive right now, she won't touch them because she always wants it for reduced price, free, or, you know, we have to give her something for free.
Fucking free.
Yeah, she wants everything for free. We should give it to her, is what she says.
Sounds
But-
like a lot of people.
And
What?
at the
I'm
same
super
fucking you, or-
fucking confused.
at the same time, right? She gets these ribs. I have to literally cut these ribs into like maybe half to a 3/4 of an inch thick pieces, individual pieces.
Like on the saw.
I cut them into strips on the saw, and then I got to cut between every single bone.
What?
You have some
Yeah.
dick-ass customers.
They don't
I'm
just
like,
want the
what
rack.
I'm like, what the? No,
They want it cut
because
individually.
she said she makes a soup with it for her babies, and I'm like, are
Okay,
you-
so when you get home, fucking cut it.
yeah, I'm like, I can cut it into the strips for you. I'm like, not a problem. And at the same time, it's never small enough. And I'm like, I can't go but so far with that saw because
Right.
it's a bandsaw and it's going to rip it out of my hands.
Yeah.
At the same time,
You're cutting into fucking bone.
Yeah. I'm not-
there's some resistance there.
just a little. You know? And then at the same time with and like
Sorry, Nugget needs water. He's out there sweating it out, washing the food truck, and he's like, "You got anything to drink?" I'm like, yeah, if you go inside the truck.
yeah, I know, right?
Sorry,
I'm pretty sure there's bottled water in the fridge right now.
Coke, Sprite, Diet Coke, Gatorade, water. Like, what do you need, dude?
Right.
Dr Pepper. I don't know.
Maybe some summer sippers.
Some
who
pickle
knows?
juice.
Open the fridge.
But I'm like, so she waits for like 5 seconds, and then she's like, "Well, are you going to help me or not?" And I'm like, "You got to wait your turn. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it." So then she sits there for another about maybe 20 seconds, and then just gives a huff and then turns around and walks out. And I'm like, okay. And every single customer looked and I'm like, who the fuck does she think she is? And I'm like,
Hey, you guys even have a TV.
I've got 2 TVs in there you can watch.
Yeah, you go while you're waiting. You go watch TV. Like,
Like,
it's,
shit, I had the Little League World Series on one TV, and I had fucking
I mean, I'm just
high
saying,
school football on the
I'm-
other one.
Okay, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna take you that long.
No.
And well, maybe her order will take longer than any fucking body else's order.
Yeah.
Everyone else is normal, and they're like, "Yo, let me get that steak. Let me get this."
This- yeah.
Like, they're pointing through the glass and like, "No, I don't need you to cut it up. I'm a man."
I got plans when I bring this
Cook
home.
it and bite it right there.
Do you sell steaks in like big ass chunks?
Yeah.
What the fuck is a fork and knife, bitch? I just barehand that shit. Like,
Stick a fucking toothpick in it. It's an hors d'oeuvre.
It comes with a. That's what comes free. The
Yeah.
toothpick.
The toothpick. There you go.
and do it just like that.
But now I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Like, okay, and then she walks out, and then like, I looked over at the coworker. I'm like, well, you think she's coming back today? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, hopefully she doesn't.
We hope not.
I don't mind her, especially like during a week. Weeks,
Like,
are
yeah, when,
during
you, when
the
you're not
slower.
when you're
It's-
not 4 or 5 deep.
exactly, and like,
You
one
got time.
like because yesterday, Sundays are becoming busier than Saturdays anymore. Like, it used to be, you know, like we had the like Sunday morning and everything would be slower because, you know, everybody's in church, and then after church, you know, that's when you start getting
Yeah.
busy and everything. Now it's like I had a dude waiting at 8:30 in the morning to come in the damn butcher shop.
What time you open?
9.
Oh wow.
He wanted that meat.
No, you know what he came in for? Hamburger rolls.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Hamburger rolls. He's like, y'all bake these yourselves, don't you? And I'm like, yeah, we do. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah. You see that big white thing right there? That's the fucking oven. It's our walk-in cooler. My name's Martin. Mm-hmm. We sell Martin's bread. Like, seriously, motherfucker, really? 8:30 in the morning, you want fucking... Like, fine, you know
Any
what?
store sells Martin's bread.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. But at the same time,
I
2 miles down that way.
understand why you sell bread.
yeah, we got burgers, we got hot
Yeah,
dogs,
yeah,
you know.
you might as well.
It makes sense.
We got
One-stop shop.
We got Philly steak meat. We got meatballs. Like we got the big ass sub rolls and everything. You know, like,
You also got the hot sauces and the salsas and all the
Yeah.
other shit.
Oh damn.
yeah,
They got a wall.
yeah,
The one time I was in there, I did not know that.
yeah.
Well, I didn't see the
It was,
hot sauce
it was
wall.
behind you.
Ah.
It was one on this side and one on this side.
Ah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
you were looking at the butcher case. You got to turn around and
Yeah.
look at the TV.
I was hungry. I didn't even notice there was a TV in there. I just seen the food and I was like, oh damn. All right, what are we getting today?
Oh, that's right. That was taco day.
Yeah. The what was it?
You got the-
Chorizo, tri-tip, chicken.
Well,
and,
that's
Chase,
what
no
that's-
skateboarders.
Yeah.
And no fruit looters.
oh yeah.
No, because you didn't get chorizo because Jason said chorizo somehow magically landed in his house that day.
Dude,
Well, yeah, I'm saying like in the taco.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
the chorizo in the taco. We
That-
didn't get it
yeah,
from.
that's
No.
when
you
that's
guys,
when
though.
you did taco mat that night. And
Yeah.
we bought the
Gator sausage.
We bought the tri-tip from you.
Picanha.
picanha
Well,
and
we also
tri-tip.
bought the
Tri-
picanha.
yeah.
Because we sous vide that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, the picanha wasn't in the taco. It was the tri-tip beef and
Yeah.
like 2 different types of chicken or something like that, like a
That's when-
smoked or like a
I
sous
think my
vide.
AC was broken at that point in time. We cooked everything outside.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Outside
and
was
it was like
cooler than inside.
it was like this time of year. It was like August, and it was like, yeah, it's cooler outside.
Actually, I think we made the tacos inside. I think I have a video.
We made the
It
tacos
was
inside.
inside. They
but
cooked
we
them.
no,
cooked
no,
everything
like
outside.
cooking the actual meat, like the chorizo. Like I think we smoked the chicken, we sous vide the chicken, and then like the sous vide chicken, we like obviously was inside, but the chorizo was cooked inside as well.
Well, that yeah, in a pan.
Yeah.
But
'Cause I think I have a video on Instagram, and then it's like the next picture is taco mass.
yeah, but and then a couple of weeks ago on the podcast was talking about how he stopped over at Vibrant and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Got some food and everything.
There's a Philly mac and a buff mac.
Yeah, and then when I told Jason, I was like, "Hey, I need extra onions and everything," and we had a discussion
Yeah.
of extra onion. What exactly entails extra
Oh,
onions,
that's what
right?
that picture was last night.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I went ahead and made the Philly mac at home last night and everything for my roommate, so that way because I was hungry, and at the same time that way she's got for lunch today especially, and.
Aren't you nice?
I am a nice roommate, I know.
Right?
You know, I cook all the time, you know, and I make some banging ass food.
Rubs my feet.
Nah, I don't know about that one, but we might snuggle later, but that's about it.
As long as I get to be Big Spoon.
That's going to be difficult.
I'll do my best.
All right. But,
Jason's laying there full spread. Just,
but fucking, I was joking with my roommate the couple days before whenever I was talking about making it, and I was like, hey, you know, you want me to do extra onions in this one too? And she's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So you weren't able to see this last night, but that's a picture of how much I chopped up two
Holy
whole
Well-
big onions.
So the backstory is, what is extra onions? Is it like, all right, so when someone orders extra onion, is that double onion? Is it like onion and a half? What are they expecting? Because I'm
Right.
trying to deliver what you are expecting. When someone says extra onion, I'm like, all right, is that double the amount?
Yeah.
Like, we had the conversation on the truck. Is that double the amount? Like half the amount? Like a quarter of the amount? Is that like 3 times? Like, what is
Like, do
it?
I sprinkle? Do I grab a clump?
Yeah,
Like,
I was
apparently
like,
for dinner.
Do I
you
cut
just
up a
take
whole nother fucking onion?
bucket.
I'm trying to deliver the fucking experience to Dennis's roommate.
And that's the joke. It's like you figure that for like everybody else. But I'm like, when you're talking about my roommate, I'm talking like at least another whole onion. Well, that picture right there was 2 whole onions, and they were large yellow onions, like, chopped up and everything. And I'm like, she actually said it wasn't enough onions.
Really? 2 fucking onions?
Yeah.
So
She
what
said
you're
there's no
gonna
such thing
do-
as too many onions. And I'm like, so you're telling me that wasn't enough? She's like, there could have been more. And I'm like,
So what you're saying is you're going to go to Restaurant Depot, get that 50-pound bag.
and just, dude, I'll be crying all fucking day.
Buying onions like we do for the food truck.
I know, right? Just for one meal.
All right. we picked up 10 pounds today.
I'm like,
And then, like, when we were putting the onions on the truck, I was like, wow, 10 pounds is not a lot of onions. Like,
but fucking, what was it? I think it was
we'll make it a couple days.
Saturday was interesting though. Down in the oceanfront, at least, pretty much most of the restaurants down there had no credit card readers
Oh, wow.
or ATM because the Cox internet was out.
Oh, that sucks.
During ECSE?
Yes.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
For our French friends, the ECSE is the East Coast Surfing Championship.
And it happens every year whenever we have no waves at Virginia
Yeah.
Beach.
I mean,
Amen to that. Amen to that.
the hurricane passed, like, the
The
week before.
Yeah.
Y'all want to do it
It's
now?
always
No.
that way. It's every time.
Always.
It's either the week before or the week after ECSC is whenever we get a storm that produces actual waves.
I'm like, how does this contest keep running in Virginia Beach?
I don't get it.
Like,
I'm thinking maybe
Yeah, but
within the
there's
next,
Entertainment.
at the same time, I'm thinking maybe within the next year or two they're going to probably move it over because they're building a wave park down there at Rudy's Inlet.
What?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
it's
It's not a.
a wave park.
I mean, I know it's a wave park, but you can't do the ECSE in a wave park.
No, you can't.
No,
but
for
still.
sure.
Like, the whole point in a
So-
surfing competition is picking the wave because you only get like fucking 3.
Yeah.
And so you got to pick the fucking wave. You got to get on that bitch. You got to do whatever you fucking can with that like
like a-
knee-high wave.
It's
that
like a
you
calculation that you got to put into play. Like, oh shit! Like now I'm going out. Fuck you guys.
What they should do is build a reef somewhere out there,
Yeah.
like on First Street, and make it waves.
Yeah.
But then you're worried about fucking hurricanes on First Street, and now
Yeah.
the waves are bigger than fuck.
Yeah, that break after that probably wouldn't like hold up.
It would
Like-
it would just crash into the fucking the what is that wall called? Like the boardwalk wall
Oh,
that used to be like fucking 8 feet tall, but now all the sand's up there, so it's like fucking
Yeah.
3 feet tall.
if
Okay,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
Was that like a storm wall or some shit like that?
No, it's a
No, like
boardwalk.
like where the rail is,
Yeah.
and you got boardwalk to sand,
Yeah.
and then but it like has a drop down.
Yeah.
yeah.
But like there's
just-
like 12 steps, but there's only like you can only see 3.
Yeah, because the rest is
Huh?
Retention wall?
something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was so the hotels don't fall into the ocean, but I mean,
The sand's coming though.
realistically, like actually lived here when they built that fucking shit.
Yeah.
And when we went to go surf, like we had to like jump like on like concrete pillars like to get across because the
Damn,
boardwalk
that's like some Dogtown shit.
the boardwalk wasn't poured yet, so we had to skip across that shit, like
Sketchy
holding
as
surfboards
fuck.
and hoping you don't hit the fucking tail of your surfboard when you jump off the last one.
or hope you don't miss the next one.
Yeah. Uh-oh. They're down there.
Yeah, that definitely reminds me of like Dogtown, the beginning of Lords of
Yeah,
Dogtown,
yeah.
when they're like locals only, get the fuck out of here, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, we definitely
They're all-
before the boardwalk was done, like we definitely were jumping over shit.
Hell yeah,
Stay off the dunes.
yeah.
Dude, what are you talking about? I just took the fins off my surfboard. We're about to go down this dune on a surfboard because the waves suck in this city.
Speed wobble.
I'm sliding down sand dunes.
Fuck that.
Boogie boards,
I was saying boogie
skateboards,
boards.
surfboards, like everything we could fucking find. Skimboards. We
Yeah.
were like, fuck it,
Dude.
we're going down this sand dune.
Skimboard would probably be the best.
You go down, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But you go down to the north end, where like there's less police.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to stay off the dunes. Don't. Team, what is it? Team Packet does not fucking
Condone.
Team Packet does not support, endorse, or condone riding down dunes on a skimboard, surfboard, or any other apparel that you have removed fins from to make it easier to ride down. A skateboard with no trucks, any of it.
Especially when it says there's a big sign that says "Stay off the dunes."
Not dune wise, but I'm down for it.
So what you're telling me is
Mount Trashmore was fun.
ride the dunes. No.
You read into that however you want.
I said stay off the dunes. Stay on the
Well,
dunes.
we
All
brought
right.
the skimboard because the waves tend to suck. So we have a skimboard. At least we can ride the shore break, and you understand how a skimboard works, right?
Yeah.
Like you run, throw it down,
Run, throw it-
eat
yep.
shit a lot.
A lot.
We called them butt busting boards.
Well, that's pretty
Faceplant
much.
boards.
Have you
The
seen
best is like when someone doesn't get both feet on it at the same fucking time.
Oh, see, I always liked
And
when
then
they didn't have
fucking
quite
do
enough
a
water.
split.
Then they did the involuntary fucking split.
I always liked when they didn't have enough water and they got on it, but then
Oh,
it
yeah.
stopped like
And, like
immediately.
nosedive into
Oh,
the sand.
It's always great.
fucking fantastic.
Couple of my buddies.
I was never really good at it.
Me either. A couple of my buddies were phenomenal, and
Like,
they would
where they would shoot
they
themselves
would
in
go
the fucking
straight into the water. Like they wouldn't go diagonal on the I forgot what it's called when the water's coming back down.
We'll call it grade.
Whatever.
We'll call it grade.
But they were going into the actual wave, and they would fucking launch up, do like a double backflip or a double front flip or like a 360 and shit.
See,
dude, I don't even know how y'all get up the wave.
I wanted to do that, but I was always like, the water is really fucking shallow, and
Yeah.
I am not going to land on my feet.
And the higher you go in the air, the harder that fucking water feels like concrete when you come back down.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we got a beer. It's time. We're 30 minutes in.
Bruce Buffer. It's time.
Ooh,
I've been playing the fuck out of some UFC lately.
that one's got a weird smell.
Weird taste to
We're
it.
gonna wait. We're gonna wait for a little freedom. I gotta stop smelling it.
It tastes almost like a beer that I had the other night. And I know it's not the same beer, but it tastes very similar.
Tastes
Okay, it
Mexican-y.
tastes better than it smells.
Tastes Mexican-y.
I'm getting like tarty.
Yeah, tart, like lime,
Yeah.
grapefruit. You getting grapefruit?
Might have a little.
I'm gonna say lime lager. Like, I love it too. I'm like, I'm just saying, but I'm gonna go 6%. IBU probably like 15. I give it a 4.
Buena Vista.
Huh?
I'm gonna go tart ale.
No,
6%.
No.
IBU
not
20.
a Buena Vista.
No.
And I'll give it a 3.
I would have said salt one.
sensuous.
All right, so Dooley says it is not Buena Vista, so I'm gonna rely on his knowledge of Stone to not go. Yeah, might as well. I'm just gonna say it's a lager. I'm not gonna. I'm playing for points.
Nugget, we need more beer.
So we're gonna. Yeah, I'm just going lager. I'll say like 4.8 IBUs. I don't think we're gonna find, but I'm gonna put it low, like at 8. And I would. It's hard for me to judge it right now, but I would 3.5, 4 in it, somewhere around there. But that doesn't really count. So
We're gonna go with a grapefruit lager. 5.2, 15, and I'll give that a 3.5.
and so it got relatively high marks.
Yeah.
I had to read this one, so I'm out.
You gotta
Because
keep smelling it.
I wasn't sure if it was one of our beers or not. I didn't recognize the can. This is
Dooley bought it.
Karbach Brewing Company. It is a Texas beer, so yes, Dooley bought it, I'm sure. It is Viva Chela.
Viva what?
Chela.
So it is Mexican.
Yes. It is a cerveza with salt and lime.
Oh, dude, I was on it with the Buena Vista, dude. Damn, I was close.
But wait, what's salt lime?
It was salt and lime.
It's CHELA.
Oh.
Chela. Not Chila. Chela. All right, so it's 5.5%. Dennis came in the closest. 13 IBUs. I'm pretty sure somebody came in at 10 and somebody came in at 14.
I came in
I
at
think
8.
I said
I said 20.
did I say 10 or
You were 20, you were 20. I think you were 14. So you came in close, but over. I don't have IBUs.
What was it?
I'm sorry, 13 IBUs. It's 13 IBUs, 5.5%.
What's the Hella Chella?
The red one.
Oh, it's probably the spicy version.
The real question is, does it have a style? Because, I mean, it's a cerveza, so it's a beer. Okay. It's a malt beverage is what I got on here.
So then it's
Some.
Never mind. That's I just found that.
I didn't get a feel for like
That's it.
malt from that.
well.
You don't need to worry about that anymore.
Think. All right, for our home listeners, think like a Mickey's.
Yeah.
Add salt and lime.
No, see that's
what I'm getting at.
that's
That
where
I can
I was
see.
thinking,
I
like
can
malt
see.
wise, but like I don't get that malt feel out of it.
It did come, it was like a 5-6 pack or some shit like that with 3 of each one of them. So I did have one of those, but that was in Texas, and that was like 3 weeks ago. I was like, I've had this. And then when Jason was like, Buena Vista, I was like, It's so fucking close
It
to it.
is,
Like,
right?
It's so close
The
to
only
it.
reason why that even came to my mind
Hold
is
on,
because
I
I
just-
had a Buena Vista last night.
I want to back up real
Oh.
quick. You had this beer in Texas 3 weeks ago?
3.
Yeah, like 3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. I don't fucking know. Like
Like last week?
No.
He was home last week.
Yeah, last week I worked like
He worked last week. That's why he wasn't here.
yeah,
It was 2 weeks ago.
because my corporate chef came into town, so I had to work it. I didn't want to be like,
Got to make it look good for the new job.
Right?
hey,
Did you buy new uniforms before you went?
He's buying us uniforms and everything, and they're
Does it come out of your check?
no.
That's awesome.
I saw the little thing that he was buying it from. Anti-oil, like anti-spill, pretty much. Like if it gets on your shit, it
I'd
just
say.
falls right the fuck off. Ventilated, fucking everything like that. I was like,
Those are the shits that we had at the shop.
All right, random topic.
Oh.
who?
Is
Nope, nope. I got it. I mean, you can look one up. This is
is that me? Is that me? Random? Just pick
get,
randomly?
Get ready.
I'm ready.
Because I mean, I'm
Well,
sure
we haven't even talked about our week, but let's go.
It's going to be short. We will combine our week, I'm sure, because all three of us have been together. But random topic, completely random. The person that you buy and or sell your house with, what do you call them?
Realtor.
Realtor.
You buy and sell the house
Right,
with?
either one. Just either one.
Oh, yeah, realtor.
All right, so no one says realtor. I was listening to an ad the other day on the radio because I'm almost out of
It
data.
is pronounced that way.
What?
Or
no
it
one
should
fucking
be.
calls it realtor, even
Yeah.
though it's spelled that way.
Realtor.
It's a realtor,
Not realtor.
Yeah.
Realtor.
Yeah.
but it's technically
Tor.
OR.
It's Tor.
It's-
Realtor.
I think
Real OR.
I think that's more of
like
an accent
realtor,
thing.
not realtor.
It is
it's
a
realtor.
It is an
But
accent
no one
thing.
fucking
Like,
says that.
No,
people over in
understand.
India will pronounce it as realtor, just like how we pronounce produce as produce. They say produce,
Yeah.
like you're gonna produce it.
I mean,
Rather than-
technically,
or
I
like-
feel like
well,
it's not
that-
wrong. Same
It-
word
it's
either
not.
way.
It's not.
not wrong.
It's just a different way of like.
But
pronunciating.
I find it funny that like it was the first ad I've heard where someone was like, "It's a real tour," and I was like, "That bothers me. I don't know
This is
why.
how I'm
Like,
gonna
I will
sound
never buy a
old.
house from you just because you were like real tour." Like,
Like now?
no,
Right now?
it's like a year ago there was an ad for it wasn't Hampton Roads, it was something like Hampton Road, like it was an actual road, and I was like, clearly this company's not from around here. I will buy nothing from them because you can't even get like, yeah, Hampton Road. No, it's not like the road. Hampton Roads, like the city, seven cities.
well,
I'm
now
pretty
it-
sure they
now-
do have
now-
a Hampton Road,
Technically,
There is,
technically
but
they changed.
they
that's
were
not
not on Hampton Road.
and that's not what they were talking about.
They've changed Hampton Roads to coastal Virginia.
Okay, well
So
then
it's
it's
like-
even more
that was-
wrong. But at the time, Hampton Roads was legitimate. Now,
Yeah.
but they were saying Hampton Road, and I was like, that again, that bothered me
Now
so
I
much.
kinda
Like,
wanna
fuck
know
that
what,
company.
Like,
Do you think
One
realtor
of those
is supposed to be
motherfuckers-
pronounced that way because it's a real tour of the house?
Inside the mind of Perfect Perry.
Private Plane Perry over here.
that was a
Say
shower
that 3
thoughts
times
moment.
fast.
That was a shower thoughts moment.
'Cause, like, okay, so I drove
Oh, your shower
through
thoughts.
the deep south, right? I really wish, like, I had that thought just because I heard a lot of people. I'll tell you my order. I heard that,
Oh yeah.
and I really wanted to hear them say realtor.
Oh no, then
Realtor.
that motherfucker sold my house.
That motherfucker sold my house. No, realtor.
Get a redneck to say dual rear wheel drive.
Hold on.
It's
Say-
re-
you have to
Dual
say-
wheel
you have
rear
to-
drive.
It's even
You
hard.
have to say that again.
It's even hard for me to say
Dual
it
wheel
fast. Dual rear wheel drive.
Dual wheel.
Are you trying to say dual rear wheel drive or dual wheel drive?
No,
Dual
dual
rear
rear wheel drive.
Dual real.
Like
Positive
Julie's
traction.
only in the back.
Positive
Julie
traction.
only in the back.
dual real.
Got a dual rear drive?
But it came off of a fucking movie called Cooties or whatever, and it was about like kids turning into zombies and shit and eating all the teachers and whatnot. And I think it was the dude from Anchorman, Chappie, the whammy guy. He was always like double whammy or some shit like that. But
Talking about Steve Carell?
nah, he wasn't Anchorman. But nah,
Not that one.
he was
Are you-
the cowboy hat dude.
Oh shit.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
And he was in there, and they were running for the truck, and he's like, get in the dual rear wheel, dual rear wheel, dual rear wheel. And he was like, are you trying to say dual rear wheel? He's like, yes, the dual rear wheel. Like, it's fucking ridiculous, dude.
So it was a dually.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Shots fired on that one.
Pun intended.
When you were saying dual rear wheel drive, I was thinking so like positive traction, both wheels spin at the same fucking time.
But it is a dually in the
Are you
rear.
sure about that?
Yeah.
5 minutes?
Chase, just you saying that reminded me of that video I saw about the Baltimore accent. Aaron earned an iron urn.
What?
Aaron
If
earned
there's
an
a
iron.
video-
Earn.
Speak into the microphone.
No.
Yeah.
There's this thing like
It's been
for
a
the
while.
Baltimore
It's
accent.
Dooley's first podcast.
Aaron earned an iron urn, and they say Aaron. Actually, you know, there's a video of like 3 dudes trying to fucking say the shit.
That's
And
northern.
the one guy comes in the frame. He's like,
That's why it is up
Aaron
north.
earned an iron urn. He's like, Aaron earned an iron urn. And
Oh yeah, like cause in Ohio, there's a town called Ironton, but if you're around that, if you're from that area, you don't call it Ironton.
Ironton?
Ironton.
Ah.
Yeah,
Ironton.
it's like
Iron.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same way like when you go to like Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh's got Pittsburghese. You know, you go downtown, we Worcester. You know, it's like
I gotta
it's
ask.
not a creek, it's a creek.
I gotta ask
Yep,
Dooley
yep,
because
yep.
he just drove. He just drove through fucking Louisiana. Did you drive through Natchitoches?
Drop through what?
Natchitoches.
Nugget. I don't believe so. If I did, I drove right through it.
Because it's not spelled like Natchitoches. It's like fucking 20 letters, dude. It's like Nacatoshis.
Oh, I saw a fucking sign. I
Yeah.
saw that shit and I
Yeah.
was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And Corey's just like, I don't even fucking know. Like,
Oh, all right. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right. Well, you won't even know it. We'll be right back.
we'll be back in 1, 2.
Yeah, crispy.
Nice
Good
and crispy.
job. Good job.
Thank you, thank you,
So
thank
the
you.
landscaper left. The Nugget finally finished washing the food truck.
Yay.
Less noise. Producers on our way to go buy food because we have a little bit of a game.
I'm now empty.
Oh shit.
It was her idea. And then
Oh,
she,
oh,
then she
really?
got mad that she had to go to the store.
Yeah, well. So, the interesting thing did happen within the last 2 weeks. Took an Uber, right? And you know how you normally
So amazing.
It is,
Did it go left?
He went right, actually. But no, what's so funny is this Uber driver was my Uber driver from 2 years ago.
Weak.
Damn.
He was the one that picked me up whenever we were doing the sandwiches. Whenever it was my sandwiches versus Mr. Jim's sandwiches, and like he saw how much shit I had. Like I literally, you know, I brought like 2 bags I think with me, plus a case of beer, and he's like this is the first time I've seen him since then and everything. He's like, dude, so how did the sandwich thing go? And I looked at him like, you fucking remembered that shit? Like I understand I can remember stuff like that, but to see people actually can be able to remember it, especially with how many people he's probably picked
Yeah,
up.
like you're
since
you're
then.
only picking me up and driving me to
Yeah.
a spot. Like,
Yeah, like-
there's only so many things that you could have remembered.
Exactly
about me.
But apparently, it turns out he actually did follow us on Facebook, and he does listen to the podcast every now and then. So I was like, "That's cool," you know. I'm like, "Hey, you carded the guy and everything," and he started listening to him. All right, cool. I was like, "Dude, we blew him out of the water with my sandwiches." He's like, "Well, I kind of figured when you said you spent over $100 on on everything for your subs and
The
everything."
Denny Delight, dude. I'm not gonna fucking lie, man. That was my shit.
It's still my shit. I was like, whenever I can actually make the damn thing, but
Well, yeah, but I mean, like back when the butcher shop
made sandwiches.
made sandwiches,
Yeah.
and like Melissa's like, I'm going up to the butcher shop to get some sandwiches. She's like, what do you want? He's like, just tell Dennis it's for me. he knows
He wants a sandwich.
He knows exactly what the fuck I want.
You know what's
possible to
you know what's
still
really
get
funny
it?
about that? That's how she would tell me about the chef salad. Like, hey, can you get a chef salad going? It's for Jason.
Yep.
Like, got you.
Yeah, dude,
Fucking making that shit perfection Perry salad.
that's how I run my life. And it's like, you know, I get it, you know exactly what I want.
Yeah.
It's for me.
Just like when I was working at, well, guess you could say it, but Finn McCool's.
Yeah.
Hey, Dennis is here. All right, I got you.
He wants anything, whatever he orders. He just wants it to burn his asshole. Like,
As hot as possible.
Or that one time, like,
The pasta.
hey, Dennis wants to talk to you. What? What do you want, Dennis? Bang, bang.
Oh, the bang bang shrimp. That shit was
Oh,
the
yeah.
shit.
The
I wanna have
Bang
that
Bang
shit
was
shit
pretty
don't make it
dope.
For you, give me a second.
We did that with the baby shrimp, right? That we like accidentally got in.
The baby
That-
No, he did that
No,
with
stop calling them babies.
Don't
You're
call 'em
humanizing them.
the little shrimps.
they're
Give me
like,
the small ones.
I think they're like 10 20s or some shit.
No, I made them with
And
the
like our
extra
normals
prawns.
were like 22,
I made them with the extra
24
prawns,
or
16,
something?
20s.
Those are-
16-20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those were prawns. Those were like damn near 10.
Those are big ones.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's by the pound. Like
Yeah.
how many are in the pound. So the bigger the number, the smaller they get.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like pud, they don't even put a number on them bitches. They're just like mid-salad shrimp, bro. It's pud.
I was literally
Most
just,
of you are
just
just
going
gonna
off of
put them in a
what I've
food
seen
process.
from
Yeah.
like the boxes.
Or like
And I remember
shrimp
like
we
a
had for that one
2022
party.
or some shit.
Me
Right.
and Jason fucking what big ass holy shit fucking shrimp. Like,
Oh, for that party?
Yeah.
And then it took us fucking like peeling them shits were
a bitch.
they were fucking delicious though.
They're like fucking 3 fucking inch long
They
fucking
were
shrimps.
they
Oh.
were U10s, so that means under 10 to a pound.
Yeah, those are prawns.
so-
those are not shrimp.
Yeah, so 10 shrimp is a pound. So
If that.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah, that's one raw bar. When I was making half pound and pound shrimps, 18 to a half pound, and then 36 to a full pound,
Yeah, imagine 36.
or like 32, something like that. I'm bad at math.
Well, no, I'm trying to remember what size we were buying, but
I thought they were 1620s.
No,
It
not on-
changed
not on-
multiple
not on
times.
the
Yeah,
peel-
multiple
not on
different
peel
times.
and eat.
Pretty sure peel and eats were 21-25s, and then they moved to 26-30s or something like
Okay.
that.
That- okay,
That's
see.
yeah.
Makes it more
26,
reasonable.
30.
Why I was thinking like 2022s, 21, 25.
That's why you always have a math guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so let's talk about our fucking week on the food truck because it was
Oh.
fucking amazing.
Was it now?
Sure.
It was just like the biggest shit show.
Is this Jason? Is this Jason amazing? Where there's 30 tickets and I was like, whoa.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no!
We'll
like
talk
the,
about-
the
we'll-
complete opposite of that,
we'll talk
but
about the
plus
mental-
different things.
We'll talk about Jason's mental breakdown in a minute. It's like, so where do we start? Where do we
Yesterday?
start? Do you want to start with yesterday and work backwards?
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I
think
feel
we start
like
with yesterday
yesterday
and work
was like the
backwards.
culmination of the entire shit show that we were working.
All right, where do you want to start?
Do you want
It is damn near end of the month too.
Yeah. So do we want to? We'll just start with like where were we when I had the mental breakdown? Was that garage?
I don't know. I don't know.
We can start with my mental breakdown where I couldn't math anymore. I couldn't figure out how many. Like, dude, there were so many fucking Phillies coming in.
Oh, that had to be the garage.
Yeah, garage.
it was
usually
garage.
Phillies or
It
fucking
was
pork. So
because it was the
Where,
time
where
we had
were
like
we before the garage? If anything's like, if you yell out a name, I'm pretty sure there was something fucked up that happened there too.
deadline.
Deadline in the hotels, bro. That's all we had.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
okay,
I wasn't
okay.
at deadline, so
Okay, so the hotels went well. Deadline was slower than
Expected.
yes, and then okay, so
The garage is definitely where you got fucking Phillies.
dude, like Alex is doing his best to call Phillies, but when you're cooking a pack of bread at a time,
Yeah.
like the calls were like, I got 3 of these and 2 of these and 3 of these and 2 of these, and
Yeah.
so like that's fucking 10. Like I don't have room to for this bread, and he's like, and 2 burgers. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna put these 2 burgers down. And
Just think if you didn't have that fucking
Yeah,
flat top thingy for the fucking bread.
yeah, like our invention, we're gonna call it. Like
Yeah.
it's not an invention. Like
the
we,
fucking lifesaver.
yeah, like the bread toaster. It's a fucking 3-foot fucking griddle that we put on top of a charbroil to just make
Just do
bread.
bread. Just bread.
So yeah, dude, I was in a world of fucking hurt. Like there were so many fucking Phillies, like I couldn't keep track, and it's like the bread.
And a lot of them
so
did have.
I'm just gonna call Amorosa
they had
out on this shit
modifications too,
because
but, yeah.
Amorosa, the Philly bread
Yeah.
that everyone knows that
It's not a true Philly without Amorosa. This is
Well,
true.
tell them to get their fucking shit together because their bread sucks.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
we're about to switch bread on the sole fact that your bread is fucking horrible.
And I'm really mad at myself because the bread that you're talking about, I gave him a somewhat of a kudos on like coloring, and then we got into the bread and I was like, yo, this shit's like damn near stale.
Well, coming from someone who used to bake bread,
Yeah.
this shit was overcooked,
Yeah.
and it comes to us frozen because
Yeah.
it's coming from fucking Philly.
Yeah.
So we defrost it. We get it in frozen. We let it sit for a day. The next day we fucking use the bread, and when we're cutting it, it's like what falling the fuck apart. Like not even. It looked fantastic.
It wasn't falling apart when we were cutting it.
What?
It was just really
when
tough.
when you go so the bread hinge.
It wasn't a
Yeah.
soft
The
bread.
hinge, yeah.
So
We got
we cut the
we got
bread
soggy
and then
so once
like
the break.
I hit it with the goods and I put it on the griddle just to
It was
basically-
overbaked, so as soon as you got the hinge, like the hinge cracked and separated.
Yep.
So every Philly we were sending out
Was damn near.
like 2 pieces of bread. And
Yeah.
that's not how Phillies work. You're like,
No.
you
That
gotta
did
have
happen
you gotta
when-
have that boat
that's
bottom.
a grinder. That's
That
not
did
a
happen when we were at the hotels and everything like that. When you're like, "Dude, I need bread on there." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And like one of them, as I opened it up, it just
There's
split the fuck apart.
either with Amorosa you're gonna get good looking bread that you can't use, or you're gonna get shitty looking bread that all right I
can
can
eat.
still use this,
Yeah.
but it's not 8 inches. It's between 8 and 6. And when you're selling a sandwich and we're trying to obviously put our best product out there, anyway, I digress. I got pissed off at the fucking bread. I started throwing bread just into the fucking trash. Like bread was coming like I'm.
And I seen you. There was like a half of a like it broke on you and it fell, and that's when like you're like, yo, fuck all this shit.
Like-
And I was like, oh man.
But we have
Yeah.
no other bread to go to. It's not like sometimes we have 2 cases of Amorosa. Like open up the other fucking case. Like
Right.
maybe that shit's better. Like no, this shit was. All right. We cheat a lot, and because you have to, and we buy the pre-sliced Amorosa most of the time.
That depends on who we order from.
Well, it also depends. Like we're juggling around quality of the bread because their shit is inconsistent as fuck.
They're-
And Chase and I had the whole.
Their cuts are definitely not usually on point.
Well, sometimes
I
like
was-
we were talking about the bread. Like what do you call it? Like the
scoring knife.
The scoring of the bread. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's straight down. Sometimes you
Or
get
diamond
2
cut, or-
2 notches. Sometimes there's 3 notches going at a fucking angle. Like the shit is inconsistent as fuck. And you are the Philly bread, the Philly cheesesteak bread company.
Yeah.
So
the
what,
iconic company.
what I'm assuming is all the good bread goes to Philly,
Yeah.
and whatever else is left is what we're getting in Virginia. Like, it's, because
We don't
there
give a
is
fuck
no,
about y'all.
There is
There's
no
favoritism.
way that this company became famous with shit bread.
Right.
They
Or
sh-
inconsistent bread.
Well, yes. Oh, that's a better term than shit bread. You're right. So anyway, 50 Phillies fucking later,
Yeah.
in my mental breakdown, we close. All right. So then, what was the next day?
Pleasure House.
Also,
And like the first thing was Philly. And you're like, are you?
I was like, well, we might as well pick up where we left off yesterday.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Like, so, all right. So Pleasure House, we have a good time at Pleasure House.
Always.
Like, I mean, the people there are cool, and like,
It's a good atmosphere around.
Yeah.
And
And-
usually, other than last location, like last time that we were there, usually it's a pretty steady flow throughout the entire day.
What
I mean,
Melissa-
we might have an hour or 2 of downtime. We prep some shit, do this, whatever. But then, like, as soon as we do that, it's like boom, boom. Like, here we go, 4 or 5 tickets. All right, cool.
It's Murphy's Law.
Yeah.
As soon as
Anything that can happen will happen.
as soon as Alex tries to portion chicken, we know we need to get in every refrigerator that he is
Sitting in front of.
Yes. that's just the way it's gonna be, dude. Like,
Yep.
oh, can you pass me this? Can you pass me that? He's like chained gloves. He's
Yeah.
in a 40-pound box of chicken, and it's like, I need to get in there. I need to get in there. Like what?
It's like, hey, can you hand me a chicken? Here you go.
Yeah, it's like,
Appreciate it, brother.
yeah, thanks. Hopefully everybody's ordering chicken right now, so Alex can just hand it to us.
Right.
So, I mean, the staff there is awesome, and the producer, she was like, oh, evidently it was fans of Fat Kid Day. Like, everybody that you know showed up at Pleasure House, because she's at home and reading all the fucking ticket names, and like, who is that board? But,
Yeah, first order was her best friend,
yeah,
right?
Yep. So, that was Pleasure House. So, I want to put Alex on the soapbox in a second.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna hold the reins
they're not
for.
chicken.
I'm gonna hold the reins for a moment because I was not privy to the entire phone call. I was only on Alex's side of the phone call, so I didn't know what was going on the other side of the phone call. So we're on our way to a brewery yesterday, and we start smelling
Something sweet.
Yeah,
A little syrupy.
a little
maple.
like what any other person would call radiator fluid, antifreeze, whatever. You know the smell.
Yeah.
Thank God they make that smell, because we probably would have blown the fucking engine, not knowing that it's very sweet and savory in here right now.
Yep.
So
Newer cars.
what we're driving, and I'm looking at
You don't
Alex.
get that smell.
Alex is looking at me, and we're like, "Do you smell that?" I was like, "I smell that," and like he's in and out because
Like out of the door.
the doors
Like,
the doors open, so
Okay.
depending on how fast we're going, whether or not Alex can smell something.
Yeah.
It's-
Doppler effect
yeah,
via wind.
yeah. So he's like, "I don't smell it anymore. Do you smell it?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I still smell it." Like, because everything's blowing my way.
Yeah.
And so, like, in our truck, there's what we call the doghouse, which is the cover.
It's what it's called.
yeah,
Yeah.
it covers the backside of the fucking engine.
Yeah.
And so you can
Same
lift
thing
that
with
off
express
and,
vans.
Yeah. Pretty much, Humvees have a doghouse.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Doghouse. Gotcha.
So we start seeing radiator fluid inside. And that's when Alex is like, "Yep, that's definitely
That's us.
us.
It's
That is
us."
definitely us." And of course, you're on a stretch of road where there's
No stoppage.
there's nowhere to pull off. So we do eventually pull off the road. I was like, we can make it. We can make it. Like, I'm looking at the temp gauge, which was actually working for once.
Right?
Surprising.
Well, I'm assuming it's working. It was at 160, steady. It wasn't rising. Instead of like, the shop is still working on fixing that. Like
The needle.
it goes from like one side to the other and just
Yeah.
like waves at you the whole time. Like, I might be good.
That might be good.
I
It
might not be
bad.
good. You don't know.
It's all about the placement of that sensor.
It's like girlfriend on a menstrual cycle.
So
happy sad, happy sad, happy sad.
so we pull off the road into a parking lot, and as soon as like you turn the engine off, is like when the smoke starts billowing from the front end. We
It had
opened
probably been building, and we just
were
happened
moving.
to stop.
We were moving.
Yeah.
Like, not a single red light when you're leaking antifreeze.
That's, yeah.
Because
When you got shit to get done.
yeah, but like if we had stopped at any fucking light, we would have seen the smoke billowing in front of the windshield and be like, "Oh, we should definitely turn this bitch off." Like, so we get there and it's like, "Yep, it's like we opened the hood. It was just a pinhole on the hot side of coming from the reservoir." I mean, we've been through this shit with other hoses.
Multiple different hoses
Yeah.
on vehicles of multiple different brands and manufacturers.
All right, it's just a hose. Sweet. It's not. Alex is like, "Well, fuck, man, it's not the radiator." Like, damn right. Like, that looks expensive as
Yeah.
shit. It's like fucking 3 feet tall.
Yeah, 'cause well, once the radiator goes, then like there's no movement at all.
So,
Or
We're like-
if you lose too much coolant, like you're not cooling that
Alex-
motor down.
and myself are still very optimistic at this point.
That's how you blow
We're
head
like-
gaskets.
Well, we've already done that.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. If the radiator went, you would have blown the head gasket.
I don't know. That bitch is bulletproof now. I mean, we probably would have, but
Bulletproof is only bulletproof as bulletproof can be.
tell that to Kevlar.
Hey. Tell that to Dragon Skin. Tell that to Dragon Skin.
Okay, so Alex and I still being optimistic, we think we're still going to make it to the job. We were on our way there. We were fucking halfway there. So
We made it.
So Alex
Halfway.
calls the brewery and to let them know that we're going to be late, and that was your phone call, sir.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
So I called the brewery, and I mean, obviously, I was like, "Hey, this is Alex from Team Fat Kid Food Truck. We're your food truck tonight. I'm just gonna let you know we're gonna be either late or we're not gonna make it. Like, I'll have to update you in a little bit." And the gentleman on the other end of the phone was like, "Are you sure you're calling the right brewery?" And I was like, "Is this Commonwealth?" And he was like, "Yeah, this is Commonwealth Brewing." I was like, "Then we're scheduled there tonight." He was like, "No." And I don't mind dropping Commonwealth. I know that you didn't mention it, but I'm going to. He was like,
Too late
"No,
now."
we had Lovable scheduled, but I don't remember if they canceled or if the brewery canceled them. I don't remember, to be honest.
Okay.
But long story short, their food truck was no longer going to be there, and he was like, that was the only one we had scheduled. And I was like, after about a minute of arguing with him, basically, because I was like, we're going to be late. And then I realized, like, it doesn't fucking matter. You don't have us on the schedule. We're not going to be there. Thanks, bye. Like, okay. Clearly, it worked out because we did not get the truck fixed in any fair amount of time.
We would have only been
An hour?
an hour late.
Maybe an hour and a half by the time we got serving. But still.
Okay. Not
either way.
terrible. Not terrible when you're broke down on the side of the fucking road.
Truth.
So Alex and I Google the nearest auto parts store. It's 1 mile away. Nah, we can fucking totally do that. Dooley was with us in California when we decided to take our 6 mile trek. Yeah, we can totally do that. Virginia weather is a lot different than California weather in the sense of humidity.
Yes.
It's
Yeah, a little warm. So we're like, we can totally walk that. So mind you, it's a mile one way, so it's a 2 mile trek.
We walked down the wrong side of the street.
We're getting. So as we're walking this mile, we're looking at the other side of the street, which is 4 lanes with a median.
We didn't notice.
And we passed the cop while carrying
We didn't
red
notice.
Solo cups.
We didn't notice until we saw the cop, though, because it was when we looked at the cop. It was like, oh, the other side of the street looks so much shadier, and not in a bad way. But like, I want that shade.
Yeah.
Not like
as we're looking down our path, it's like a mile of sunlight. They're just gonna bake. And we're walking like, so we had split an energy drink. And I was like, oh well, I'm not leaving my energy drink. We're probably gonna need this for our mile trek.
it was a very good decision.
Was
So-
it the same one that we?
No,
Okay.
We
I was about to say, that thing was
so
disgusting.
we're walking down the street with red Solo cups past the cop, and I was like, at any moment, this dude is gonna
From a
come over.
brewery.
No.
we
No,
didn't
no,
even
I'm
make
saying
it-
like
we didn't-
walking. Oh yeah, true.
We haven't made it
Sorry.
there yet.
Yeah, my bad.
At the same time.
I was like, any minute, this cop is going to pull out of this fucking median where he's shooting radar and want to check on 2 dudes walking down the street with red Solo cups, looking like we're having our best life because we are pissed. Which is when we decided, like, shit, we definitely should have crossed the road and been on the shady side.
too late.
Yeah, we're
Too
full,
late.
full commitment at this point. We did stop twice.
In the shade.
And there was like 2 shady spots. We were like, we're gonna take a break real fast and just sit here for a second because it was definitely like 20 degrees cooler in the shade on the other side
Palm
of the street.
Springs.
Yeah. So we finally get to the auto parts store.
That does not have the part we need.
Yeah.
Either of them.
of course.
Like Alex, with his intellect, was like, I'm just gonna take pictures of what's on the hose, the sizes and everything, and like
Smart, yeah.
And then when we get there, here's pictures, bitch. Like, we need this. They did not have it.
Sensuous.
Sensuous.
The lady helping us was not having her best life
Yeah. Yeah.
at all, but she was still trying.
She was
to-
in customer service mode, but she was not having a good
She
week.
was still trying to fucking rescue us.
She
in-
checked every spot. I mean, like,
We were behind the counter in the parts area
the,
with her.
The dude ringing somebody else up was looking at us like,
Like,
what the fuck are you doing back here? But
Right,
she was
so-
like, I need you to come with me
Yeah.
because I need, like,
Like,
I'm
she's-
not going to
like,
remember.
We're in the parts room and with the rolly ladder,
Yeah.
and like she has to lock it down and climb up ladders, and she's like,
And y'all got to help her.
yeah, like we're
Her
like,
husband was
she's like, what about this one? Like, okay, it's not.
Not the right size.
It was like
She tried.
pre-bent hoses, like you know, like they are made for a specific thing, and
Yeah.
we're like, can we cut that and make it work? Like, like we're in that like still in repair mode.
Yeah.
Like, well, we're not going to the brewery anymore, Alex. We established that. So now it's like, how the fuck do we get the truck home? And I'm not trying to pay $300 to get it towed. So
Because y'all went through that debacle.
Again.
yeah, again. So on the way back, Alex's girlfriend just happened to be getting off work.
And she worked in the shopping center
Which-
where AutoZone was, where we broke down. Well, a mile away from where we broke down, but convenient nonetheless.
So
Those are those random things
Always-
that I talk about.
we're going to.
Those good notions that just happen.
You know
and
what?
arise.
And Chase has said it like 100 times to me, obviously not on the podcast. He's like, always start with O'Reilly's. because they got your shit.
Yeah.
Majority of the time,
And when we were at O'Reilly's,
especially
like,
older things.
our third store that we called. Well, we didn't call it smart. If we'd have called AutoZone before we walked a mile, and they could have told us whether or not they had the shit.
Yeah, I mean,
and we could have saved ourselves a mile of trek.
we do have phones for a reason.
Right, but it's a hose, and
Understandable,
those are usually.
but
like I've
you know this as a car guy too.
yes, but I've bought hoses for this truck at the Advance down the street, and they have it like on a spool.
Right.
And they just pull it off. How much do you need?
Right,
They,
right.
They're on like big wooden fucking spools, and they just. How much do you need?
Kind of like,
There-
Restaurant
that's
Depot,
probably
that
the
mat.
location that cuts them for everybody else.
Okay, perhaps.
So like,
She-
I would like,
she
I'll
had-
ask them like, do you have any stores around, like your stores in my area that might have that? And they're like, no, we're the only store. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll call somebody else.
Well, like
I can't get to you.
Alex and our mindset when we were at the store was,
Right.
all right, how far is Advance from here? And it was like, that's 2 fucking miles from where we're at. We've already walked 1. That's 2 miles. And I was like, okay, like, let's think about. We should call them because there's one 2 miles away one direction, and then there's one like 2.3 miles away the other direction. And I was like, look, man, the 2 miles isn't my problem. It's when we get there.
And they don't
Do you
have
have
it.
it?
Have your shit.
Now it's 3 miles and 3 miles back. So now we're at 6 miles.
Yep.
Still not unheard of.
Right,
Well,
right.
We did it in LA. So
Makes you
like-
feel like you're back at Curry.
yeah, so and I was like, well, it's not about the 2 miles that way, it's about the 2 miles the other fucking way, which means it's 2 miles back here and then 2 miles that way, which is now 4 miles. So now I'm like, all right, we're about to go a ruck march up in this bitch.
Don't don't pop your tires on the beginning of Shore Drive from the ocean front, trying to get to Great Neck.
So we were smart and we called. We found out that O'Reilly's, which we should have started there anyway, and then honestly,
That or Napa.
Full fucking rewind. We probably should have called Chase. Called the O'Reilly's down the street from Chase's house. Chase would have made it.
There before y'all came back from a
it
2
was-
mile walk.
Well, it was like, all right,
There is a
the
O'Reilly's
fat kid.
on my way to,
Yes.
like if I was going there
Yes.
to work.
The Fat Kid Mile March is what we're going to call it of 2021.
The first Fat Kid Mile March on
We don't do
2021.
no damn 5Ks around
Yeah,
here.
no, this is gonna be like
So
we're
now-
just gonna have an event.
All right, so
Like,
this happened
we're-
yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yesterday is the 29th?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every August 29th, we have to have a Fat Kid Mile March.
Fuck that.
From
All right. Are you even a fat
Bro.
kid?
the
Can-
start point.
Can
and
you
the end
imagine?
point
Can
has
you
to be
imagine?
AutoZone.
If, can you imagine? Yeah, right. Can you imagine? If,
Oh shit,
if
we could
like
do it from O'Reilly's to
fans
AutoZone.
actually came out and did a mile march with us.
Everybody wearing Team
Team
Fat,
Fat
Kid
Kid
Mile,
shirts?
Team Fat Kid Mile March shirts. I'm gonna have to go on the website
like,
and make those now.
Do a
Like, bro.
fundraiser for charity.
We get
Just saying.
like behind Sid the Pig.
And
It's just
yet-
like the road,
That's
like
a-
just the 2 white lines with the dotted line in the fucking middle. Like boom.
As a very good idea. It could be like a charity event mile march.
Absolutely, and
Like-
in fighting against bullies, like fuck them all.
And everyone walks it, but Nugget has to run it.
Okay,
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I'll strive. I'll run as much as I
And
could.
every
I'll drive.
0.25 miles he has
I'll
to do.
You try, I'll drive.
This still counts. I'm going 1 mile per hour.
that
so-
should be a shirt.
I'm a fat kid, man. What do you expect?
I'll strive. You drive.
I just think like at the end, Dennis can just be in the food truck with the hazards on behind everybody on the street. Like we're just had to close 1 mile down of fucking Independence Boulevard. Like 1 mile for about, let's be honest,
4
it's probably
hours.
gonna be close to an hour. Because we literally walk 1 mile an hour.
You know that
Alex and I were stepping though.
we were getting it.
Yeah, we were.
I would be too.
That just reminded me of Hannibal Burrs with the whole segment thing about being in New Orleans. Like, you just go to City Hall, talk to the parade people or whatever. Like, oh, you have a parade from this time to that time for only $300? Well, fuck it.
Just
How long
just
is it?
because you mentioned that. Prayers go out to all the motherfuckers out there staying in fucking New Orleans and fucking Grand Isle and all that shit out in Louisiana.
shit's getting-
Like, dude, I've seen videos of fucking like rooftops getting pulled off of gas stations and shit and fucking pile driving through other buildings. Like it's
It ain't-
insane. The
it's not cool.
flooding's not bad, but it is insane out there right now,
Or depends where
and the
you're at.
flooding will get way worse here pretty soon with the tail end stretches. But like, well, that's why I was giving you updates on it. You're from Louisiana,
Yes,
and
I was.
like,
I was.
that-
I'm fortunate enough that my immediate family has moved out of Louisiana. It's a little too close.
yeah, because the evacuations
They're only about
through
5
there
hours away
started
now,
getting
right?
blocked. Like like I told you, like all flights got canceled because the 150-mile-an-hour winds, and then the highways for the vehicles were getting blocked because there were so many people trying to get out of there and they couldn't get out.
I mean, also,
It's
dude,
like
you gotta-
stop and go, bumper to bumper.
I'm not trying to jump all up in this shit, but the evacuation shit is also
Yeah.
financially based. Like, some people just can't afford to fucking
True.
get the fuck out.
True, and that's why a lot of people stayed. And I forgot who it was. I think it's I forgot what department it was from Louisiana, like New Orleans, like area of Louisiana. But it was either like mayor, governor, or like health department, like kind of like DHS or some shit. But she came up like on the podium and like gave a national, like, or not national, but like a area advisory to everyone, and was like talking about they have 100 to 200 people that were critically ill in a sense, or like super old, and they couldn't do things on their own, and they put them on like top priority list to get them the fuck out of there before anybody else.
Oh, like when
And that's something that I can get down with.
I
'cause-
forget which hurricane it was, but it was going into like Myrtle Beach, and my sister lives there,
Okay,
and she works in the hospital.
I've done a few vacations out there.
So she actually sent me pictures of the evacuation of like the hospital, like bedridden, like, you know, people who you can't put in a fucking wheelchair.
Right.
And they were actually using medical Humvees,
Oh,
like
damn.
from the National Guard and shit, where you can stack like 6 people
Yep.
in one. Like, yeah, it ain't the most comfortable ride, motherfucker, but we getting you the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we're gonna get you from A to B real
Yeah, so-
fucking quick.
So they were like literally like taking patients like off of hospital gurneys, putting them on like the stretchers, and-
Respect.
and loading them into like the Humvees. That we can carry 6 at a time. Like,
Right.
there's a driver, there's
Yeah.
a truck commander, and there's 6 in the back.
Yep.
It's-
Yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Like, yeah, I know it's just getting bad out there, and it's only going to get worse. And like I said, Tuesday through Friday, we're going to be getting the tail ends of a tropical depression from that hurricane to us. So,
oh yeah,
Like-
this week's not going to be fantastic for us.
well,
a lot of rain.
Not even for us. Just like, I mean, weather-wise, like it's going to be shitty. But like, hopefully, it is literally the tail ends of it. But it was a Cat 4, almost Cat 5. Like, the rain bands coming off of the fucking eye were fucking stretching out to Texas. Like, this shit
Oh, yeah.
was fucking ridiculous.
It was like from Florida to Texas.
Yeah.
Like, all right, so I'm gonna switch gears a little bit.
That's right.
Yeah, this is it, dude. Like, I saw an infomercial.
What the fuck?
Yes, I saw an infomercial, and I looked at Melissa, and I was like, "Do we need a Spurtle?" Like, 'cause
a Spurtle.
you know how I am about kitchen gadgets.
I'm
Yes.
sorry. What's a Spurtle?
Well, we're about to learn.
Well, we know how you are about gadgets, and we also know about Melissa and spatulas. So,
Yes. So there's a thing that this is like.
I mean, I've heard of a fork, a knife, a spork, a spoon, and a like from Cat Williams. You got a knife, but you know, I've never heard of a Spurtle.
spork is the ultimate fighting kitchen food weapon.
Yes.
That's why you got me the tack spork.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, shut up. I didn't get it.
The
Straight K-bar.
The K-bar spork. All right, so there is a thing called a Spurtle, and the producer of all people was like, "This is the biggest waste of fucking money."
What? Man,
She's like,
fuck.
"Yes." Oh, they make several different sizes. So, what's the website?
That's what she said.
The website is buyspurtle.com. Not a sponsor by any.
So it's a
fucking
wooden paddle,
I don't know exactly what
and
the
then
fuck.
you can cut slits into
It's
it.
a spatula. It's a spoon. It's a spurtle.
I like how, like, go back to, like, what all it does.
I would think it'd be a spoodle.
Okay.
It
So
folds.
it folds, it strains, it sips, it separates, it stirs, it whisks, it mashes, and it spreads. So does every fucking thing else in your fucking kitchen.
Right?
I'm sorry,
I mean,
I don't.
I'm
see
hoping it's made
it
out of good. I'm
separating
hoping it's
very
made
well.
out of good wood.
I don't think so.
Like, I mean, like, what's the price for the whole kit?
$19.99.
$19.99 plus shipping and handling.
Hey, that's a double offer
That
too.
oh yes, but that includes the set of 4: the original Spurtle, medium Spurtle, mini Spurtle, and
a skinny.
Spurtle. Like,
Fucking God.
Are they really
Damn, I want a
Spurtles at that
Spurtle.
point, though? Only one of them has the holes.
Like, I think this is just them trying to make a
That's
Spurtle a
the medium
thing.
slotted Spurtle.
uh,
There you go. Leave no food behind. Angled tip fits perfectly with pan corners and edges.
so does a fucking rubber spatula.
Yep,
Same here.
and it's
You
flexible.
know, like,
and
you
it's
know.
flexible.
Hey,
Huh?
I said, and it's flexible.
You know what also works in bowls? If you put put your hand in a fucking glove, it conforms to all the shapes of the
Right.
bowl.
hey, it's a 30-day money back guarantee though.
I almost wanted to buy it just to return it. Yeah, I have like 17 of these in my kitchen. I don't need this.
Like, I'm really hoping for that return.
Declutter your counter space and replace your bulky utensil set.
I've seen. It's
Oh
not
shit, they got different color handles.
Oh, is that an
There
upgrade?
you go.
Is that an upgrade?
I think that's an upgrade.
Oh no! If you click on the handle color, does it change the price?
You got $5.99 shipping and handling,
Oh,
so they're not $20. Oh, and an additional $10 separate fee. What's
This
that
is-
separate fee?
this is my new favorite. I hate you, kitchen utensil.
Well, no. Okay. Here. Oh yeah. Okay. I see.
The additional $9.99 is for the second set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, okay,
So it's $20 for one set, technically.
gotcha.
Well, it's
See,
plus
now,
shipping and handling. Is
Yeah, I was only
$5.99.
looking at the left side red box. I did not look at the right side black box.
see if
It definitely tells you.
Yeah.
No, I don't want the bonus set for only an additional $9.99.
if
Just send me one
spanking's
set.
still a thing, you got some tools now.
Okay, so
I grew
have,
up on a Switch, bitch. Fuck you.
Honestly,
So,
the
I grew
Spurtle
up
looks
on
like
belts
something that
and
you would
steel-toe
smack
boots.
somebody's hand when they're doing something wrong on a grill,
Okay.
like the long one, not the
The-
like the
the-
grated, the small, the thin,
the
like,
original Spurtle.
Yeah, like that.
It's original Spurtle. No, but like,
It's like, what the fuck you doing?
You can literally go to damn near any store, probably even the dollar store, and buy a set of wooden utensils
Yep.
that are spoon, spatula, the slotted one,
Probably made out of better wood too.
and
That's our good there.
and that is like $2, and I can get it today.
Yeah, right.
I have several sets of
Take me 15 minutes.
wooden utensils. Some of them are bamboo, like you know. Like,
It's actually pretty dope.
oh, what did you? Okay, okay. All right, so
This is good.
all right, so let's talk about it. All right, so Dooley has Googled 10 most useless kitchen gadgets, and we're gonna we can rate them ourselves 1 to 3 on how useless this is. 3 being the most useless.
Fucking banana slicer.
That's a number 3.
Also called anything.
Yeah.
First off, I feel like that's a bad image of the banana slicer.
It looks like you could put your dick in there and.
I was gonna say
you
that
normally use these at a bris.
Circumcised.
I was going.
That's why I went with Briss.
If I made a banana slicer that looked like that, I would just call it the bobbit. And
so. I'm gonna hope. Yeah, I'm not reading that. I'm gonna hope.
my
That-
husband likes bananas, but hates watching me do this for some reason.
I fucking
He
leave it.
hasn't slept in weeks.
Is your name Lorena?
So
Yes.
I'm hoping that it has more than one slicer. Like it's got like the 3-blade attachment, so you can get more than one slice every squeeze. This looks like a fucking cigar cutter.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
Damn near.
You could probably do the same goddamn thing if your cigar cutter was big enough.
You could use a spoon.
We're
talking about a fucking banana.
You can use anything.
You can just eat
But
the banana.
I am hoping that this has
Well,
more
it's
than
not-
one.
It's going in your cereal.
I'm hoping it gives you nice even slices, and it's got like 3 or 4
I
blades.
just buy the cereal with the banana
Okay.
in it.
Again,
Weirdo.
bad angle for the image. That's what I'm hoping.
Here's my thing about the even slices on bananas. If you're actually eating it in cereal, sometimes I'm with different thicknesses.
I'm not. Look, I'm not again. I'm just saying, like, this seems like a bad picture to emphasize the fact that yes, this is a useless fucking product.
It is chefing.
I-
Bananas.
It almost looks like one of those.
Oh, like this hand strengthener.
Yeah.
grippers.
Just without like the two arms. Like two arms are connected now.
The hole where you stick your
Banana.
yeah, that looks like it could be a spring. All right, let's go to number 2.
It even says is a threat towards the phallus.
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck ever,
Shit,
really?
dude.
The
All right,
Fox Run butter spreader.
okay.
Perfect for fucking going on a gob, apparently.
No one realizes that butter comes like wrapped in plastic, like not plastic,
Paper?
wax paper, so you don't have to actually touch the butter.
Number 3.
It comes ready to do this.
Oh, one-click stick butter cutter. Because apparently, again, cutting
Great
butter
name.
is
Great
hard.
I love that. Yet another exoskeleton trying to keep humans from butter. Maybe it's time for a dairy civil rights movement. There's no reason for the barriers to exist between man and fat.
Number 4.
Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, why do they hate butter so
I
much?
don't know.
right.
A buttermilk or a buttermill buttermill butter dispenser.
All right, so this one I'm assuming.
And I
that-
like how they comment on it with 3 butter related gadgets making this list.
I'm assuming that this one you have to put the butter in because it looks like a syringe, and you have to leave it like on your counter so it's soft, so
Yeah.
you can squirt butter out of your syringe.
So it's like the wide mouth mayonnaise tube.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
All right. Number
Well,
5.
Hold on, Dooley, read it.
It seems like Americans have built up some serious fears against coming into any contact with anything yellow.
See, you needed to read the whole thing if you were going to go with that. With 3 butter-related gadgets making this list, as well as the number of banana slicing-related tubes. Now we know why yellow is such a problem.
Yeah.
You got to read the whole thing. You got to give context, Dooley.
Jeez,
The roll? Are you fucking kidding me?
What the fuck?
All
Okay,
right.
time out.
Yo,
Before
I
we
can
go-
see so many kids spilling so many drinks.
See, I'm thinking that this is to prevent the
Even
spill.
adults.
Preventing the spill.
But it won't.
Yeah, I understand your point, but like you got a kid. All right, so here's all right. This is obviously an orange juice, but I'm thinking like the milk gallon coming out of the refrigerator for a kid to make his own cereal in the morning, and this is gonna help him.
Let's face it. If you're an
Oh
adult
my
and you
God.
buy this for your child, you're a fucking idiot. Because if you think they're ever going to use it, I think they're going for the elderly. Because it even says,
Nope.
as someone who still has muscles.
No.
I see the children.
No.
I read it. I see it. But of course, children and the elderly can benefit greatly from this. How many kids do you think are going to fucking use that? I don't say that they can't market it to kids. That sounds great. But I'm just saying if you're
They
an adult
won't
that
even
buys it
think
for
about
kids-
it.
Exactly.
Are you supposed
That's
to keep that?
not
They're
in
going
what
to
I'm
open
talking
up the
about.
fridge and grab the gallon of milk and be like,
That's
okay,
not
I'm
the
pouring
part
it in a
talking
bowl.
about. I'm talking about, but the roll and pourers Amazon description
Oh, yeah.
lists young women as beneficiaries of the product, because of their undeveloped wrist muscles.
I was almost on your side rolling forward before the sexism.
All right. So,
That's why I was laughing. I'm sorry. I was like, okay. Wait, what the fuck?
all right.
Undeveloped
Time
wrist
out.
muscles.
Time out. We have hit the halfway point. It's time to drink this beer.
Yeah.
I like how you said the halfway point of
Well,
what? Of the list?
Of 10.
Okay.
Of
All
10.
right. All right. All right.
Feel like an IPA.
I do got to say, these are some crazy names
Yeah,
for
that's
these
definitely
fucking
IPA.
tools.
Yep.
Or no?
Yep.
That should be cold.
Yeah.
IPA, 6.2, 32, and I give it a
You're just going straight
3.5.
IPA. No,
Straight IPA.
You're not going to give us
Nope.
New England.
Nope.
Texas.
Nope.
Ooh, is it a Texas IPA? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Is it just like New England?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
You just got so excited for that shit, too.
And then he's like, nope. Like, fuck.
I like how he believed me. Like I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm
know, right?
gonna go Bach.
You're wrong.
Going
Definitely
double
not,
IPA.
that's definitely not a Shiner block, bro.
Let him go. We can't
I mean-
fucking knock him for it
Well,
till
if
we
you
know
think
what it
about
is. I mean,
like,
he's wrong,
you
but
know
let him
how
go.
many signs, you know how many signs I saw in Texas, like billboards and shit like that? But
Producer's
Texas
home?
Drink Shiner. Shiner,
Shiner
Shiner,
block.
Shiner. Yeah.
I like how you
Shiner
think. I like how you
Shiner
think
Block
this is
is
one of
a-
your beers.
Well,
I said I like how you think this is one of your beers.
I'm gonna go with a double
I'm
double IPA.
All right.
fuck it, y'all fucking my mind up.
Um,
IPA.
Doubles are normally 8 and above, right?
7 and above,
Okay.
7.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 7.5 is like that borderline.
It
kind of-
depends on the brewery,
All
but
right,
yes.
So I'm gonna go with the 8.
Okay.
Because I was truly thinking like 9 was like that point where it turns
Eight
into
is a solid double.
Okay,
Eight's a
okay.
solid double.
Gotcha. IBUs, I'm gonna go with about like 30.
Man, these are solid.
I would say I'm gonna give this like a 4. It's actually a pretty decent IPA.
Especially warm.
I was gonna say set on the table for a little bit.
Yeah, still being warm, like it is still pretty decent. Like,
All right, Dooley, what are you going with, sir? Are you going Bach or
sorry,
IPA?
sorry, I didn't
I'm
go
gonna go
ABV.
IPA.
I didn't
You
do my.
did.
No, I didn't.
I scared I think so.
Oh no, you didn't.
No.
Mhm.
ABV. I'm.
What was I
Oh, actually, I did.
Fine.
I thought you did.
Sorry, yeah, because I was talking.
You said, yeah.
My bad. You're good.
Yeah.
Continue.
All right.
I flowed that a little too fast and for my own good.
Can you another?
No. Why? You
Not-
had your
not-
taste, bitch.
I told
Not
you.
until after.
I would
You
say
make your decision.
IPA, 5.7. IBU's 20. And then I give it a 4.
IPA, 6%. 27 IBUs. I give it a 3.
Well, I think the table is in a unanimous decision that this is an IPA. But I think I'm gonna go like 6.5. IBUs. I'm gonna hang like 28. Like I don't think it's as bitter as. I'm really enjoying that Chase has been on the food truck long enough. Like now that he's like been to so many breweries and
Yep.
like he's learning beer.
Yeah.
But I give it a 4. I mean, even warm, I'm with you, Chase. Like it's still.
I need IBUs.
Oh, like okay.
I said 28.
Yeah, yeah. I thought.
I wasn't sure if that was where you lay
Yeah.
because you were beating around kind of like Chase was. Too.
That's where I was at. I was like, damn, 4 for IBU. Like I thought you were just saying
All
like,
right.
you're
So,
right there.
This
Gotcha.
is
Definitely a pretty good IPA.
another Carbach.
You can pull it up now. We can all see it.
Well, I could read it real quick. It's Hopadilla IPA. This one does have a story I'm going to read here in a second. It's
Just single?
6.6%
Single IPA.
single IPA. 6.6%. Jason came in the closest. 6.5.
got a-
I think I'm going to give him a point for that because I haven't awarded anybody points. And it's 65 IBU. So no one was close on that
Not
shit.
not as bitter as you would think.
No.
And,
Really have no idea what IBUs are.
Right? Again, that goes by the brewer, I think.
And-
So
We've been doing
honestly,
this for how long? 3
but
years,
before you hit the
and we
summary-
still don't.
it has an aftertaste or like a lingering effect of a double IPA. Like it's a little bit more
it's your opinion.
hard on the taste buds, I guess,
I
towards the IPA.
okay.
But
So
that
th-
might be because I've had smoother IPAs.
Again, I don't get a double out of this, but it's your opinion. It says, Cuidado! He lurks in the shadows, waiting in bold anticipation. He's surprisingly bitter. Bitter about something. Legend has it that he feasts on those with fresh hops coursing through their veins. This dry hop Texas IPA has a flavor as defiant as the Hopadillo himself. It's packed with the bracing bitterness of hops from around the world that this creature craves. He's coming to get you. You've been warned.
There is a thing of Texas.
Dooley.
The thing is such a Texas IPA.
Well, I mean, it was made in Texas, so I'm going to go with it's a Texas IPA.
So it's a TPA.
you got a point. That's all you're getting.
So, like, I think it was 2 weeks ago. I finally heard of an APA,
An American
an
Pale Ale.
IPA, and now we got TPA.
Well, technically, this would be TIPA because it's still
So
identifying
TIPA.
as an IPA.
So TIPA. And
But-
I've seen that on a lot of beer boards.
It really calls itself an ale. on the sides, but it is an Indian Pale Ale on the front, and that's what I would consider it as an Indian Pale Ale. Definitely got the hops in there, and with the bitterness, I'm going IPA. So yeah.
Can Dooley, do you know if we can get this in Virginia?
No, I don't.
No, it's pretty much strictly Texas.
Strictly Texas?
Beers are very regional.
Well,
like-
I know, but like some are.
Yes.
They'll float from like either mid to like mid east or Midwest. You know.
Okay, so real fast, like I want to do recognize, like, you know, the 13 members of the Marine Corps that passed away this week.
Salute.
But I did see in Texas, one of the breweries of ours that I follow, whatever, in Texas, they have finally evidently got Yingling, because they had Yinglings on the table, like 13 Yinglings on the table.
Oh no shit.
As a salute to the service members.
Damn right, here
No
we go.
shit.
And cheers. I thought that was cool, because I know Yingling is new to the area down there,
Right.
and they just opened their
And
brewery.
they acknowledge that
Yeah,
right
and-
away.
Yes, and I mean, I saw, like, obviously, like, every local brewery around here did it, and a lot of local restaurants.
Even customers, dude, like at Pleasure House, the amount of people that were wearing either grunt style American flag shirts or like just random American flag shirts or like camo this or like this and this and that, like veteran shit, blah
Yeah.
blah blah. Like I was like, yo, holy, like damn right. And then that's one reason why it clicked in my head when I got that tip, and I looked down, I was like, oh, that's a cool tip, 9/11.
I heard you say that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
No, I mean, it's obviously being in a military town.
You're going to be seeing a lot of
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just thought, like, that one in particular, like, because it wasn't a Yingling post,
Right.
Yeah.
but I know that Yingling is new to Texas.
It was more or less a bar post, or just
Yeah.
like a random post at a bar.
Yeah.
But they did that with the Yingling bottles.
Yes, and it wasn't Yingling Light, it was full Yingling.
America's oldest brewery.
And, you know, I just thought that one kind of touched me more than all the other ones.
Right.
I mean,
I did like the one with the Marine dress uniform on the table.
see, I could be wrong here, and I don't want to.
There's only.
I'm going to give you a minute and a half before I circle you back in.
Yes. Laying the uniform down on the table, I thought that it was disrespectful.
I can understand that.
True.
That was just my.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I don't know how.
Keep
the
it
Marine-
hung. Keep it hung.
Yes, I don't know how the Marine Corps does their thing,
No, keep it hung.
but laying it on the ground, and I'm assuming the 13.
That's how my dad's jacket was.
Yeah, like you don't lay it down.
Yeah.
I mean, you were in the
It's-
fucking Air Force. Would you
it's-
want them to lay your
No.
uniform on the fucking?
It's almost like putting the flag on the ground
Well,
kind
it
of
was.
thing.
Yeah. It was.
You always want it hung. You always want it in resolute power kind of thing.
All right, we're gonna move on. From
Yeah.
that. Like, I just wanted to recognize it, and thank you for everybody's service.
Respect, yeah. But moving back on to what we were going into, because
Okay.
again, that was a spiral out. So number 6 is Hog Wild Twirling Spaghetti Fork. It looks like a fucking.
Well, time out. I know what this one is. Hold on, can I?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's almost self-explanatory on what it is, but it looks like they mixed a fucking race car with a fork.
The
Damn near.
The
With the
lollipop.
checkered flag
Right,
on it.
yeah.
The lollipop spinner that you buy for
That's that.
kids.
Yeah.
Oh
Automated.
yeah.
That's the
So
automated
it's-
gas pedal.
It's the lollipop spinner that you buy for kids, and
Yeah.
like the lollipop spins on top.
Shit.
But they put a fork on it.
They put a fork on it, and you're like, who the fuck would buy this?
I like that.
I mean-
Needless to say, tore your own freaking
Hey,
pasta, bro.
I like the ingenuity, but like for real, who would fucking
Go down.
buy it?
Let's go to 7.
Hold on, like
You can keep talking. I'm just saying.
I
we need to get
really,
seven.
somebody go to Amazon and push that shit in and see how many they sold. Let's see the reviews.
Oh, this is a
What
good
the
one.
Oh, fuck this, dude.
Humul?
What?
I don't know how to. Humul pizza cutting shears.
What?
It
I'll
measures
say it's
your
company.
pizza slice.
No, I'm not cool with that.
No.
I like lines.
Right, yeah, I'm with you on the lines. I also like square cut pizza out of a round shape.
Yeah.
I like.
I like crispy corners.
Yes.
But like, I feel like that's not like a. I don't know how big that triangle off to the side of the shears is.
Why?
But, like, that looks like a very small slice. And 2, why are you going to use scissors on fucking pizza?
Now I want to use scissors on a pizza just to see what the fuck happens.
Right?
Well, the next one is the
I feel like you're going to get a lot of cheese pool.
Amco Pepper Prepper.
Okay. I really want to see how the fuck this shit works. All right.
It looks like it's got like a top, like you can remove the top, like you put it in and spin it.
It's like a
And
core
it pull-
cutter.
yeah.
But they
And-
got strips.
Okay,
They
yeah,
got
I can see that.
strips. They got strips next to the pepper.
There you go.
So it looks
says,
like it
says
also
right there.
Yeah, it's got a knife.
On
no.
the green handle for, like, when you stick it into the core and you do your thing, is that like a thumb hole? Or is that, like, for, like...
That's so you
do
can hang it. That's
get-
so you can hang it up later.
Is, or
Can we-
I was
can
going to say,
we-
or that,
Somebody please read this shit. I'm just stuck on the picture.
or just take the seeds out.
As a blog
With the
post
pepper.
in the New York Times points out, Amco's Pepper is still requires still requires you to take a pepper. Sorry, there's a little bit of glare on here. Take up a pepper's historical dismember the knife. In addition to its secondary piece of green plastic, for the completely clueless cook, here's how you prep a pepper. Slice off the stem with a top knife, use hands to pull out the seed core, chop in half with a knife, and slice to desired size. Not too hard, huh? Well, if you need an extra drawer jockey to help complete the task, be our guest and buy one. But listen, you are smart enough not to need it.
You can do it.
Number 9,
What a nibble. What, hold on. What the fuck is...
the nibbled cutting board.
So it's just a really small cutting board?
This one falls under the worst present from an in-law category. Pretty much everything found on the website Baron Bob is meant to squeeze a smile out of Baptists and old uncles who love references to beer drinking. This gadget isn't absolutely pointless, but I'm nervous. I'll unwrap this thing from a relative who I heard was into food and thought this would make a great gift. Doesn't really explain what it does. It just
No,
looks like a really bad cheese
there's a
board.
fucking mouse on the
There's
thing.
like a little thing that comes out of it.
I'm assuming that's a cheese knife.
But it looks like a mouse.
Oh.
The handle is a mouse head that sticks out of the cutting board, and then
Because you always want something to
and
look
then-
like a mouse.
Yeah,
on
but
your
then
wrist.
you have a plastic knife that cuts cheese.
Well, you're assuming it's plastic. It looks plastic. We don't know.
Okay,
That's, again, not great pictures.
What the fuck?
What the-
Number 10.
The banana handle gripper. Dear
This sounds like-
designers,
Is this on AdamandEve.com or something? Like,
please
what the
stop
hell?
giving Musa. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Such a bum rap. Bananas are wonderful, easy to prep unless you're a baby. Fruit. Stop turning them into your cheap gags. According to Amazon reviews, don't use this baby on an iron skillet. And according to the same review, there's a person somewhere out there who thought this gripper looked cool in your kitchen. It doesn't, unless you're a gorilla. And in that case, you don't need a kitchen. So, I'm assuming that's supposed to be like a hot handle.
Yeah,
Oh, is that?
that's some similar.
Oh, okay.
that
I
makes more
thought, it was,
sense.
I thought it was for holding bananas.
Like you peel the banana and then you put the banana in there.
All right, that when you go that route, it looks dirty.
Wrong phone. Nope, wrong phone.
No, we have.
Wrong phone.
I know what you're trying to get at. Yeah. I have more topics.
Well, Thursday's coming. I guess Dooley's fucking up.
Yeah.
No, I got the music up.
Look, I can blame Dooley, damn it.
That's true.
Oh no, it's damn it, Dooley.
Whatever works. As always, guys, thank you for listening to Team Fat Kid Choose the Fact. You can find us on Facebook at,
Team Fat Kid,
on Instagram at,
Team Fat Kid Nation,
on YouTube,
Team Fat Kid,
on Twitter,
at Team Fat Kid 1.
and of course, you can find us online for your knife and apparel needs at www.teamfatkidnation.com.
You can find the Team Fat Kid Food Truck on Facebook at,
Team Fat Kid Food Truck,
on Instagram,
Team Fat Kid Food Truck,
Twitter.
at Fat_Truck.
Somebody spit out the phone number.
757-427-1586.
Remember,
Stay hungry.
be creative.
And don't forget to sharpen your knives.
Peace, love, and faith and grace. Praise the Lord. We out this bitch.
Namaste.
I'm supposed to change it up every week. And
Yeah,
I
you
just-
failed on that for
I just
like
don't
weeks.
know. I don't know.
Guten Tag.
Weeks.
And,
Guten Tag?
Guten Tag? Sure.
Guten Tag.
It's
Okay.
not nighttime, but we'll go with that.
Okay. It's night enough
It
for
might be
them.
nighttime or whoever's listening. But
Dear God, fade us out.
France!
Français.